Hey everybody, it's Kelby with Raiders Greenhouse and Produce. Just here at the workbench and going to do a little bit of cuttings from a tree that's out in our yard that I would like to duplicate. So what I've done here, I'm not exactly sure what kind of tree it is. I'll take you outside later and maybe somebody can identify it and be able to tell me what it is. It just looks really cool. It's got a nice canopy. And what I've done is, the tree got destroyed in the storms that we had this spring, and I had to cut the tree down, and it actually started sprouting again from the bottom of the stump. And so what I've done is I've broken off about 8 to 10 sprouts that I'm going to make cuttings out of and try to make trees. So, as you can see here, these are fairly big cuttings. They've only been there maybe a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. They didn't catch my attention until the beginning of the week, and I just broke them off the base. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trim all these little leaves off. And then I'm going to cut this at an angle. I'm not even sure if I'd have to do that, to be honest with you. Hey, Bubby. That is my son. He's an up-and-coming gardener. One day he'll be able to help. Like I said, I probably wouldn't even have to cut that bottom part at an angle, but that's just customary to do, so I continue to do it. And actually, now that I'm looking at this particular one is such a long piece, it just is going to require more energy to keep alive, and so I'm actually probably going to cut this down to this little, where the leaves budded out right here. So I'm going to cut off about 4 inches or so just below it. Now that I have all of them trimmed, I'm going to keep them placed in water. That's while I was trimming, so that they don't start to lean over and lose energy, because they will very quickly if you don't keep water on them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to the sunroom and actually put them in dirt, keep them well watered, and see how they go. Check back in for an update. Thanks for tuning in. Here is the kind of tree that I took the cuttings from. This one is the one that survived the storm and didn't get damaged. And like I said, I'm not sure what kind it is. I don't know if somebody can identify these leaves or the type of tree. But it just has a nice little canopy that I really enjoy looking at and sitting under. It's got a good shade. And then over here is the tree that got cut down. And you can see right here is where I broke off all those cuttings. There was, like I said, probably about 10 of them. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'll update you whenever we get some new growth.